Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Renu. Today I'm going to talk again about the TR to PR pathway, but lot of things to be discussed today. I will be sharing a lot of formats with you guys with timeline and CEC update. So things to be discussed today would be latest AORs and ECOPRs. Along with the cases I have discussed in the past, they have started getting update from IRCC. So I would like to discuss few of them too with you. Along with the screenshot of May 6th and May 7th, 2021, what exactly was the number when people were actually applying? And then I will be talking towards the end of this video the original format for AORs, letter from IRCC, and peer confirmation. I've already discussed it in my whole video, but there are a lot of people those who are first time visitors and those who've already applied and processing is going on. They're still perplexed and confused. What would be the format? How would the letter look like? So I'll be talking in details the formats of AORs and letter from IRCC, PR confirmation. These are the original one which I have, and why you should not submit the documents like the forms before getting the AOR or any kind of request from IRCC through IRCC web form. So there's a letter like I've got that too, which was again issued by IRCC, and I have discussed in the past, but again I would review it with you. And a lot of you had the need for CEC updates, so I'll be talking about CEC updates along with there are timelines. So I've got hold of few cases and they are the current ones. So let's dive in. So this is a screenshot which I have with me. So if you see here, this is exactly, you know, May 6, 2021, and if you could say 1412, which is 212. I am assuming it should be Eastern time. So number of applications that were submitted were 282 under healthcare during that time, and 2383. Again, it was like almost nothing in front of VC, the recent international students. So this was the number 19,164 to be precise. So this was a screenshot. Why I'm sharing with you, I'll just explain you after this slide. Yeah. So this was again taken on May 7th. And if you see, the number has increased to 715, and under essential non-healthcare it was 4,727, and there could be a glitch here is 40,001, although the number of applications that were supposed to be accepted about 40,000. So you can imagine the reason why I'm sharing the screenshot with you is that this is the number we are looking at, 40,000 AORs. And I'm sure 20% of them would be incomplete and wrong applications, and maybe rest of them are still full. So IRCC visa officer is getting back to each and every applicant, and as I've discussed in my previous video, that they are getting back to each and every applicant asking for the documentation part, and that has to be submitted within 30 days time period. This is an awesome thing. So yeah, just have a little patience. Things would be rolling out very soon, and we are expecting elections in Canada. So things are likely to be a little different. Maybe it's going to be a little fast. Maybe the government might want to reach to its target, but when you have elections, you don't know what exactly we are waiting for. So I will be updating you time and again. All right. Congratulations, Libin Ibrahim. This is a new case and this is an inland spouse. First and foremost, thank you so very much for being so descriptive, and I really appreciate each and every of you. Now it's Libin time. Thank you. You have been sharing your cases in detail, and this means a lot, not just to me, but all the viewers on this channel. So this person, like Libin, has applied under healthcare with inland spouse. He's applied on May 6th at 12:22 p.m. Now, application was linked to IRCC on August the 6th. Now, this is interesting that he's been waiting for almost 3 months and he's linked up his application on on August 6th. Now, one more yeah, FAQ. I will be resolving the FAQs while I'm reading the cases. It's not mandatory that you need to link your application with IRCC. There are applicants who are not being able to do it because your application is not uploaded on GCMC. Now, in case if you don't get through, I would recommend please try linking up your application. Now, in this case, if you see, he's linked up his application on August 6th and he's got the PCC request and uploaded the very same day. He started getting response is now on August 6th itself, he got the request for biometric for spouse. So this is, you can imagine, like after 3 months, he got through. You again don't have to wait for the AOR to link up your application to IRCC. You can do it without getting the AOR. Okay. Now he's passed the medicals on August 6th, the very same day, and submitted the biometric on August 9th. AOR, you can imagine like 6 days later, he has received the AOR, that acknowledgement of receipt. So he has actually got the additional document requisition that before getting the AOR. I hope I have been able to resolve the queries whosoever has related to linking up your application. Again, I'm repeating, linking up your application is not mandatory. Again, you don't have to wait for the AOR to link up your application. There could be a problem in case if your application is not loaded on GCMC, you might find it difficult, but try to link up if you can. All right, congratulations, Libin, one more time. Do let me know whatever the outcome after that. Good luck. All right, the second case is again, it's of the previous one I have already discussed. Now I've got the update. So this is the case I have discussed in, like I think, 2 weeks ago. So his application was uh, workers in non-healthcare. This person has applied on at around 12:28 p.m. I don't have the time zone. The AO was received on July 16, and then there was request for police clearance certificate, medicals, pay stubs for principal applicant, and biometric requirement was again received. The applicant was able to submit the police clearance certificates, pay stubs, and medicals for both, principal applicant and spouse on July 28th and July 29th. Uh, they got the booking for biometric for principal applicant on August 2nd, and on August 4th was for spouse. It was done, submitted, and now they have got the PR confirmation portal, that is today. So I've received the message from them. I'm not disclosing the name of a person. They have restricted to do, so I respect that. All right, congratulations one more time, and thank you so very much for getting back to me on time. Now, this is a case of Loveleen. I've got the update from here. Now, she has applied through Sydney office under international students category. The case was applied again on May 6th, 11:30 Pacific Standard Time, and I've discussed this case till here. She's received the AOR with biometric on July 8th, and she's uploaded it on the very same day, July 8th. File again is in Sydney office, as I mentioned in my previous video. Now, this is a new update. IRCC has requested for pay stubs on August 13th. So she was requested for pay stubs on this Friday, like last Friday only, and she has submitted right away. Kudos to you. Like, you have been really active, lovely. Now, she has called up IRCC customer support number, that 1-888-242-2100. That's for, applicants who are within Canada. So she has contacted IRCC and she got to know that they are doing a background check. So this will take. If you could see the person case has been in Sydney office, and I assume that she must have traveled or across, and that's what she has wrote to me also. So in this case, if you have done a lot of traveling and you have switched a lot of jobs, this involves a lot of evaluations. Eventually, it's going to be a time-consuming process. So I believe that, and I hope that this may take another 10 to 15 days time period for you to get the PR confirmation portal, because this is really not a straight case. You have submitted the police clearance certificate from wherever you have resided for more than 6 months. So the time-consuming process would be, of course, higher than the regular case where you've just stayed in one country and then got the PCC from, for say, from India, and then coming and working in Canada. So you have like a plain case. So it varies from case to case over here. Thank you so very much for getting back to me, lovely. I appreciate that. Now, this is the timeline I've already discussed in my previous videos. So right now, the applications, whatsoever are receiving it between May 6th to May 7th, there's not much change has happened in last couple of days. So they are again getting the AORs, ADRs, and PR confirmation and COPRs. General time period is usually 2 to 4 months time period after submitting your applications, and these are the set of documents they are asking, like biometric, medicals, PCC, RCMP, fingerprints. Whosoever is visiting for the first time, you can just take a screenshot and go through the list. Now, here's the thing why I'm discussing with you. A lot of people have confusion that what if we have not gone through the IRCMP, fingerprints are pending, and sometimes getting police clearance certificate from your own country is little difficult. Or they may ask you for RCMP fingerprints again. They may ask you for biometric, although biometric is valid for 10 years. And there could be any shortfall. So you be prepared with whatever the set of documents, especially with the RCMP fingerprints. It's not mandatory that they are RCMP fingerprints are required in each and every case. However, IRCC visa officer may ask you. So it's better to be well prepared. So if you would like to do it, I would recommend use this time period where you're waiting for your application, and just submit it as and when they approach you. And then another one is a PR confirmation portal. Again, usually it's 2 to 5 weeks, may vary from case to case, as I discussed Lavleen's case in the previous slide. And then COPR, of course, it could be a month's time period, or less than that, or more than that. So right now, whosoever has applied around June, July, or even in August, they can expect the same time period based upon whatever we are experiencing right now. All right, this was for TR to PR pathway. I'm going to talk about the formats towards the very end, about the AORs, letter from IRCC, and PR confirmation portal. Now let's talk about the CEC category. Now, the last update that we have is Canada has invited around 3,000 CEC candidates to apply for permanent residence on August 5th. Now, just quickly, understand it. The number of applicants ITAs has actually been doubled. If you see the comparison from 2020 to 2021, this has reached to 102,316. So we are actually, you can see that Canada has invited 102,316 under express entry, and the IRCC in fact is trying to maximize the number, uh, and the target again is for those who are physically present in Canada. So they're trying to make the most out of it, and whatever the reports and whatever the information I have got, that they're working very hard, and there've been a lot of hiring going on just to make sure that the speed of AORs and PR could be rolled out very easily, and uh, they can actually meet to the target of 401,000 newcomers. So let's see how things roll out in the future. Now, this is actually a case Canadian experience class. Thank you so very much again. This was from social something, so I did not have the name of a person. So this person has again got the ITA on February 16, 2021. It's a very fresh case here. So this person has submitted his file on April 25th and got the AOR on April 30th. So submitted the file and got the acknowledgement right away because this is a speedy case. Then medical was passed on May 13th. Again, the biometric request was made on May 13th. He's uploaded the biometric on July 30th. So at the moment, what he's seeing is the background check is in progress, and this does take time. If you see that from July 30th to August 16th, so it's almost 16 days past, and we are just waiting for the final thing. So they are checking the background, so this may take time. All right. The second case is this I have already discussed with you. So this is another a timeline, the CEC inland with two dependents. So February 10th was a time when they got the ITA. They submitted the file with LOA. Why I'm discussing is that there's a difference between the individual case and the with spouse. So if you could see, the ITA was on February 10th. And if you go through all these background check, ADR, medical, background check again, July 26th was when they got the PPR, and August 6th was the time when they got the COPR. So it varies from case to case. So I hope this has been a great help to you under CEC category. Let's dive into the main thing. Now, this is the letter from IRCC to the candidates, and this was around the month of June, when IRCC has asked, like, you can, and I'm just going to read it again. Thank you for contacting immigration. Now, this is for those who are thinking of submitting their documents through IRCC web form before getting any AOR or additional document requirement or any letter from IRCC. I would recommend not to do it unless and until you get the letter from them. We identify that you have sent additional document to add or replace one or many documents already submitted in your application under the temporary resident to permanent resident pathway. So this is the letter which was issued by IRCC in the month of June. I have covered the whole video on it, but I'm doing it again just to make sure whosoever is visiting for the very first time. Please note that we do not accept unsolicited document via the IRCC web form for the TR to PR pathway. The requirement was submit a complete electronic application in the dedicated. So this is the format. You can take a screenshot. I don't want to read the whole letter, but you can see while all the supporting documentation must be included at the time of application, the processing office may contact you to request missing or additional documents. That's non-mandatory at a later stage. So you can see they are actually doing the same thing right now. In such a case, the officer will provide you with instructions on how to submit these documents using an IRCC secured account. Please do not send documentation unless specifically requested by a processing officer. And these are the mandatory documents they have outlined. Any current any proof of your current employment, language test, and then if you have not fulfilled the form TR to PR, so you have to make sure that these are the set of documents you have to fulfill. And this is again for withdrawal of applications and refunds. This I've already covered. And you can update about the change of address, the birth, marriage, again through IRCC web form once you receive any acknowledgement. So I hope this has been a help to you, whosoever is struggling. So now let's dive into the second. Now, many of you have confusion. What would be the format? How would the acknowledgement look like? So this is I've already covered on June 30th, 2021, but again I'm doing it. So good day, this would be the format. UCI number would be given at the very top. Thank you for your interest in Canada. Your application for permanent residence in Canada and a TR to PR was received electronically. So this is an acknowledgement that they have received the application. Processing your application. Now IRCC will now begin processing your application. IRCC may contact you for additional information if needed to reach a final decision. We'll send specific instruction on how to provide more documents. Once IRCC has finished reviewing your application, you will be notified and advised of next steps. Now, these are the applications updates from IRCC. So this is how they say IRCC will communicate with you through your IRCC secured account. So that's how I'm saying if you can link up your application to IRCC, that will be great. It's your responsibility to check regularly so that you do not miss upon any updates. If you do not already have an IRCC secured account, you must create one and link your application for instant updates and to easily submit additional documents once we request them. This will allow us to receive your documents faster. So this is actually advisable in case if you could link up your application through IRCC. Now, for those who don't know, I have already covered it how you can link up your application through IRCC secured account in my last video again, just to give you a thumbs up. Now, once your application is linked to your account, you will only receive notifications via email to check your online account when we send updates. If you have appointed an authorized representative, that's a third party or your consultant, this will go to that person. So they can instead link your application to their representative online account. So just keep that in mind. I hope this has been a clear help to you. Now this is the another format. Now in case if IRCC visa officer get to you and they're gonna they can either send you an acknowledgement, the AOR, or they will send you the letter for the additional information. So this is how the format would be. Application number would be given at the very top left side. Dear, this is with reference to your application for permanent resident to Canada. In order for processing your application to continue, the following documents are required. So this is how the requirement would be made, and they're going to give you complete information. Let's dive in. Police clearance certificate. So from each country state. So this application is being sent to a person where IRCC visa officer is asking for the police clearance certificate here. So the has been 6 months or longer since the age of 18. Provide an original police clearance certificate. Please ensure the forms and documents are fully completed and signed with a handwritten signature. Scanning your hand signed document to submit online is acceptable. So they're going to give you complete instructions what options are available. Another one is documents in a language. So this is a translated version. So documents in a language other than English, if you have it in Hindi or Punjabi, whatever it is, you can definitely, attach the translated copy by the certified translators. Now, again, they have asked for the proof of marriage. So provide us the proof of marriage certificate. Either you can submit the proof of marriage certificate along with the photographs, whatsoever you have, just to validate your case. So you have to be a little more active onto it. So these are the three requirements that has been asked in this letter. Now they are saying, please submit the requested document via online account. Find how you can link your application to online account. And I've already covered that. So you may upload the requested information and documents to IRCC secured account. Now this is the time where you actually can submit the documents through IRCC secured account. The above information or documents must be received within 30 days from the date of this letter. If you do not hear back from you, if they don't hear back from you within prescribed deadlines, an officer will review your case and make a decision based on the information available. As a result, your application may be refused. Any documentation or correspondence you send should include UCI and application number as indicated at the top of this letter. So you can just imagine how you can send it through IRCC secured account like web form when you have the application number. So this would be the UCI number or IRCC number. Now let's dive into PR confirmation portal. So this would be the format, how it would look like. This will be sent to client's portal, PR letter or ECOPR, client portal. To your name would be given at the very top. Congratulations. You're now a permanent resident of Canada. IRCC has uploaded an electronic copy of your electronic confirmation of permanent resident document in the PR confirmation portal. The ECOPR document is proof of new status, and you will be able to use this document while you wait for your first PR card that will be sent to you in the email. In the mail, sorry, not the email, it's in the mail. You can now download the ECOPR document through the permanent resident confirmation portal by clicking the link below and signing into your account. So you have to sign in with a temporary password, whatsoever they're going to issue you, and then you reset your password, and that's how you can log in by going to this link. Instructions for your ECOPR documents. Verify the information on ECOPR document. Notify us if any error is there by contacting through this email. And if the information is accurate, print your ECOPR. Now, there's a lot of confusion also that how would you get the email? So in case if you're getting an email, how would you identify whether it's a genuine email or it's a fake one? You probably would get ghost updates that has happened in the past, but usually you will get the letter where you are will be getting it at the rate cic.gc.ca, and they are also going to mention do not reply. This will usually start with that. So this is how it works. Now, I hope this has been a great help to you. In case if you've not gone through my videos where how you can upload. So this is the last video where I have given whole instructions on how you can link up your application to IRCC secured account. I've provided each and every detail. Go and check it out. And for those who have not subscribed to my channel, I would highly recommend. I have been covering a lot. And yeah, I hope this has been a great help. So in case if you like it, please subscribe to my channel. Till then, take care and stay safe. Bye.